Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the real United States. We're here in downtown Washington, D.C. again, right next to the White House. We are literally on the side of the Ellipse, which is a large park. It's President's Park, right here next to the White House. And we were asked to do an episode about street corner food by one of our viewers, Shani Brilveni, I believe is how it's pronounced. Shani, thanks for the question, the suggestion. And so we wanted to bring you down here now. A lot of the food trucks right here on 15th Street are trucks. They're self-propelled, self-contained vehicles, and they are more popular in this particular locale because they are self-contained. Self-propelled, self-contained, they can carry more product. Several people can work inside instead of just one person. They can serve a lot more people. This is a very, very high traffic area. So this is pretty typical of street corner food, all American cuisine here, fast food in the United States and Washington, D.C. Now you'll notice behind me that this particular truck carries hot dogs, of course. Most of them do. Very popular thing, something you can just grab and go and eat while you're walking. These are beef hot dogs. Now, for those of you that may be from parts of the world that culturally don't eat beef, there's another vendor right over here, if you guys want to follow me, that has chicken hot dogs. Now, I'm not a huge fan of chicken hot dogs myself. I've had them, they're all right. But if that's a thing that appeals to you, they have that. Of course, the soft pretzel, something that's also very, very common at these food vendors here on the street in Washington, D.C. And one of my favorites, of course, too. You can also get a hamburger. Some of these have some Asian cuisine. Now, we're going to move over to another part of town here, just a block or two away, where they offer more of a variety of things. If you move around town, obviously you're going to see a lot of hot dogs and hamburgers, but you're going to see a lot of vendors also that carry cuisines from all kinds of different parts of the world. This particular one has egg rolls, which is obviously an Asian origin dish. And so I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get myself a hot dog and, well, have a little bite to eat. So you want to follow along, Bev? And eventually I'll get you one too. You want one?
Yes, please.
Okay. Hello. The beef hot dogs?
Yeah, beef hot dog, $3.
Okay, I'd like two.
Two, okay.
Yes, please.
Anything else?
Nope.
Are you on news?
I have a YouTube channel called The Real United States.
Oh.
And we do a show about life here in the United States as it is for you and I. Just normal people living out their lives. And love to have you join us if you get a chance. So
Okay, thank you.
thank you.
$6 is 14 your change.
Okay.
Thank you very much. You all have a good day.
Give me one more.
One more.
So,
This week.
there we are.
Thank you very much. How are you? Also, you said this one is YouTube?
Yes.
So I can find on YouTube?
Yeah, our web channel is on there.
Oh, okay, I see it. Oh, Real United States.
Yeah. So we'd love to have you join us.
Okay. Thank you. Oh, you live in this state?
Well, I live just outside of the district in Maryland.
Oh, okay. So neighborhood.
Yeah, I work in D.C.
Oh, I see.
Well, now I'm going to switch with Bev and take the camera so she can decorate her dog.
Thank you. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Same to you.
Thank you very much, folks.
Can we take
Yeah. Okay, folks, I had to surrender my hot dog so I could use both hands to film. But you'll notice besides the food that's served here, in this particular location, there's also a great amount of merchandise. Largely clothing, souvenirs to some extent, but largely clothing that is emblazoned with the city name and other popular items. So now we're going to shift over to the next block and show you some of what's over there. Okay, we're on our way over to the other part of town where there's some more variety of food. But I wanted to stop here and show you that not all of it is trucks. This is actually a cart, a hand-pushed cart. This particular vendor deals with ice cream, desserts, those kind of confections, something you have after you have your hot dog or hamburger or whatever on a nice hot day. It's pretty pleasant out today. It's not real hot, but I'm certain as the weather warms up, this is going to get more and more popular. And this is like right on the street corner, as you can see. Now, all of these food trucks, food carts are all very strictly regulated. They're all licensed by the District of Columbia, and they're all regulated under the United States Federal Food Code. So all the products are, very, very clean and well prepared, and all the facilities are very well maintained. Although they get a lot of use and a lot being moved around and everything, so some of them get a little worn, but they are all very, very clean. And I've eaten at these many times, never had any difficulty with it. Thousands and thousands of people do. So this is an example of a cart, and again, this is probably something that they put up on a trailer at the end of the evening, haul back to their facility, and then at the beginning, early in the morning, they'll drive down here with a truck and trailer, wheel it off, set it up, and the driver will leave with the trailer. And you see, this is a rather large cart. It's not the typical kind of vendor cart you might see in many places, like in Chicago, where it just has an umbrella and an open surface where they're working from there. Actually, the vendors here can get inside of the cart to keep themselves out of the elements and do their business. Okay, we've moved over about 2 blocks, and we're now on the corner of 14th and Constitution. And we're going to take you down here and show you that there is a large number of other cuisines that are represented here in the street corner food if you want, in Washington, D.C. You see behind me here is a frozen yogurt truck. Again, a confection, something a little different than ice cream, something that's become popular, obviously, in the last couple of decades here in the United States. And you notice they have a high-powered air conditioner on top of their truck to keep them nice and cool while they're doing their work, because inside of a vehicle like that, you get pretty unpleasant here in the summertime when you're working inside of it. So we're going to swing around here. I'll show you. Next is a vehicle. These are all trucks in this area, food trucks. This is a food truck that has Mexican cuisine, burritos, tostadas, I believe, and other Latin foods like that. So you're going to see that a lot of different parts of the world are represented here. Okay, now there's quite a bit of noise here, ambient noise on the street, people talking, a lot of traffic, the compressors running on the vehicles, all these kinds of things. And there's kind of an excitement in the air, sort of an electricity in the air. Here you're going to see behind me is Greek cuisine. They've got kebabs and gyros and those sorts of things. Next to them, another kebab truck. So this is our little section of Greek food. Further down, there are Indian flavors. So these are Indian cuisine from the southern part of the Pacific Rim over along the Indian Ocean. And it goes on and on and on down. I can't even see what the orange truck is yet. Let's walk down there and take a look. Okay, here we've got Papa Adam. And this appears to be kind of an eclectic mix of both Latin food and Mediterranean food, because they've got some tacos here, and they've got falafel, which is a Mediterranean dish. So kind of an eclectic mix of things that they have here. You'll notice that a lot of these trucks are very brightly decorated, trying to get people to notice them, pay attention. They're trying to do business, and it's really, really booming today. And then we come back again to the ubiquitous truck of American cuisine with hot dogs and hamburgers and pretzels and those sorts of things. And it just goes on, and you can find these almost everywhere in the city here in Washington, D.C., certainly in the heart of town. They cover quite a large part of the heart of town, as a matter of fact. And so this is something that you can almost always find something to eat, quick to go, while you're walking, while you're parked here in Washington, D.C.
My first falafel. This should be good. Wow, those are good. Very good. I had to figure out how to do this. That's wonderful. Very tasty. And very, very crunchy.
I'm gonna get myself a pretzel. Hi, I would like a soft pretzel, please.
Something to drink?
Pardon me?
Some drink?
No, just a pretzel.
Some drink?
No, thank you.
$3. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Okay, so it's $3 for a large soft pretzel. And one of the things that if you are going to visit this area that you want to know is that most all of these food trucks, food carts, whatnot, deal only in cash. They aren't really set up to take credit cards and whatnot. So if you want to eat downtown here, you're going to want to be sure that you've got some cash in your pocket, not just a credit card or a debit card. Now, another thing is, though, all of them do heavily use Twitter and Facebook, social media, as a means of advertising. And there's a couple of websites, one in particular, which I'm going to list here on the screen. I don't remember, I think it's Food Fiesta or Food Festival, but it's above my head right now. And it's also down in the description link below. And what they do is they track where these food trucks are in the city, so you can actually find out where they are and when they're operating, and you can track them in real time. And it's got like hundreds of them listed on the sidebar of their website. I'm not getting anything from the website for plugging them, so it's nothing to me. But it's kind of interesting that they have an interactive map that can show you where all these food trucks are. If there's a particular vendor that you've done business with and you're very fond of their food, that you can find out where they are here in the city of DC. So another piece of information in your arsenal. And of course, like I say, don't forget to bring cash. So I'd like to thank you for joining us here on The Real United States. I hope you've enjoyed this episode on the street vendors of food here in Washington, D.C. I hope you'll pick, subscribe, and come along for the adventure. If you got questions or comments, please leave them in the comments section below. I love hearing from all of you. I try to get back to everybody I can as soon as possible. And as always, thank you for watching. We're a lot of salt.